100 Years of Solitude. Today's capsule summary is this. Well, this is a novel by Gabriel Garcia Marquez, a Colombian author who lived from 1927 to 2014. And this novel is a multi-generational novel, which means बहुत सारी generations आने वाली हैं. So please listen to me carefully because there will be many names. And the most confusing part is that those names will be same. मतलब दादाजी का पापाजी का पोतेजी का तीनों का नाम सेम ओ गॉड सो प्लीज कीप योर ears open and just listen to what I'm saying, okay? Now this novel was written in Spanish language in the year 1967, published later. It was published in English, okay? And the genre is magic realism because in this novel you will find magic and reality combined together, okay? But before we begin, you have to know this. There is a surprise for you. Well, on 9th April, our dear Kalyani ma'am is going to have this special session, special lecture with you all on practical solutions for your research problems. So if you are interested, you want to join her, join us, you can right now email us on culturalstudiesforum@gmail.com and we will reply you. Okay? Let's start with today's novel, 100 Years of Solitude. Jose Arcavio Buendía. Okay, that is the name. That's how you pronounce it in Spanish. Jose Arcavio Buendía and his wife Ursula Iguaran leave Colombia to make a new home for themselves. You know, Colombia, it is a country in South America. So these two people, Jose Arcavio and Ursula, they leave their house, okay, to build a new home for themselves. Why do they leave their house? They are third cousins who have recently married against the wish of their families. Of course, when cousins marry, families really don't agree to it. That is what happens here. Now, Jose Arcavio Buendía dreams of a town of Macondo. What is this town of Macondo? It is a city made of mirrors. So when he dreams, he becomes determined that I will build a city like this, a city with mirrors called as Macondo. He builds this village and his family grows. Who all come in his family? His two sons, Jose Arcavio. Remember, the son is called Jose Arcavio and Papa is called Jose Arcavio Buendía. Essay we will differentiate. The other son is called Aureliano. Later, we will address him as Colonel Aureliano Buendía because he joins the army. Then they get two daughters. The first daughter is Amaranta and the second daughter is not theirs. She's an orphan. They adopt her and her name is Rebecca. So now did you understand? Jose Arcavio Buendía, wife is Ursula. They have 4 children. Out of 3 are theirs. 1 is adopted. Rebecca is adopted. Okay? Easy till here. Next. Now a band of gypsies led by Melquiades visit Mocando periodically. They bring with them many modern inventions like magnifying glasses, magnets, flying carpets, blocks of ice. And Jose Arcavio Buendía is so happy to meet Melquiades. Okay, he really loves the mystery of the world. Now let's talk about the eldest son of Buendía family. The eldest son, Jose Arcavio, starts an affair with Pilar Ternera. Who is Pilar? She's an older, fat, fortunate teller, okay? And Jose Arcavio is only 14 at that age, at that time, okay? So he makes her pregnant. However, he leaves the town with the gypsies soon after. He's a young boy of 14, okay? Soon after, Pilar gives birth to Jose Arcavio's son, and they name him Arcavio. Did you understand now? So Papa ho gaye Jose Arcavio Buendía, beta ho gaya Jose Arcavio. Illegitimate son hua with Pilar and the name of that son is Arcavio. Easy. Let's move on. Now the orphaned daughter, Rebecca, she suffers from insomnia, which is lack of sleep that causes memory loss. And this memory loss gradually infects the entire town of Macondo. Melquiades, the gypsy, arrives with a cure for this problem of memory loss. And what is the cure? Think about it and tell me. The photograph. Obviously, photo खींचिए, memory आपकी आ जाएगी. You will remember what you see in the photo. Okay. Now let's talk about the younger son. You remember the younger son, Aureliano? Aureliano is the first person born in Macondo because the elder son was born on the way, but Aureliano is born in Macondo. He's a very serious child. His fetus, it is said, weaved inside his mother. He falls in love with a young girl named Remedios Mascot. Remedios Mascot is from the rival family of Buendía. But don't worry, they agree to the marriage. But because Remedios is small, this Aureliano sleeps with Pilar. You remember who is Pilar? The one with him, Jose Arcavio, slept. His brother slept. So both the brothers slept with the same woman, Pilar, the fortune teller. And both of them have one son. Okay? Initially, jo beta hua, he was called Arcavio. And the son of Aureliano and Pilar is called Aureliano Jose. Don't get confused, वापस सुन लेना, please. So the son of Aureliano and Pilar is older to them, okay? But then literally, she woos the men of the Buendía family. So she has son with this son also of Buendía family, and that son is called Aureliano Jose. Easy, easy. Let's move on. Now, Remedios and Aureliano marry. Remember, Remedios jo choti hai Aureliano se, but something unfortunate happens. She dies in childbirth. So Aureliano is alone now. Meanwhile, let's talk about the Buendía daughters. Let's not forget them. Let's learn about them also. First, their only daughter, Amaranta. Now, Amaranta and Rebecca, both of them fall in love with Pietro Crespi, their Italian dance teacher. Dance karate karate pyar ho gaya dono students ko, but now who will Pietro choose? He chooses Rebecca. But their relationship ends. After some time, Pietro proposes to Amaranta, but Amaranta is very, very sad because she was rejected once upon a time. So she declines now. तुम मेरे पास क्या आए हो? अब तो मैंने तुम्हें reject किया. Okay? Because of which Pietro commits suicide and Amaranta is shocked. She burns her hand to punish herself, and then she wears a black bandage on it, which is actually a sign of virginity. And throughout her life, she maintains a bad relationship with her, sister, the orphaned sister, Rebecca. Easy? Let's move on. Now, the gypsy, who's very connected with the patriarch of the Buendía family, Jose Arcavio Buendía, you remember the gypsy's name is Malquiawez. He dies. But let me tell you, this Malquiawez takes birth again and again to guide the Buendía family. But right now, Malquiawez has died of old age, because of which Jose Arcavio Buendía becomes mad. Kyunki Malquiawez was his connection with the modern world. So now he has nobody to discuss the mysteries of the world, because of which he becomes insane and his family ties him to a tree. Imagine, the head of the family is tied to a tree and he dies. Ultimately, the head of the Buendía family, the founder of the Macondo town, he dies. And when he dies, the sky rains yellow flowers, it is said. Okay? Let's talk about the elder son again. The elder son of the Buendía family, that is Jose Arcavio, who ran away with the gypsies, remember, after impregnating Pilar, he returns. And when he returns, Rebecca, the adopted daughter of the family, cannot resist his charms. And they marry. Brother-sister, although the sister is adopted, but literally brother-sister marry. And Ursula is so scared, she banishes them forever. You should know this. Why is Ursula scared? Well, in their family, it is said that अगर भाई बहन शादी करते हैं, so एक rare genetic disease हो जाएगी, because of which one child will be born with a tail of a pig. Literally, a child will be born with a pig's tail. Ursula ke bachche were lucky enough, they did not have pig's tail, but now she's scared that again brother sister have married. So, pig's tail will be there. But then, don't you worry, मतलब Ursula के बच्चों के साथ नहीं हुआ, and she banishes her son Jose Arcavio and her daughter Rebecca forever from the family. Okay? Now let's move. Aureliano, the younger son, he takes part in the civil war between the liberals and the conservatives. Aureliano sides the liberals. From this point on, he will be called as Colonel Aureliano Buendía. Okay? Arcavio. कौन है Arcavio? याद कीजिए. The illegitimate son of Jose Arcavio and Pilar. He becomes a dictator of the town after the victory of the Liberal Party. And he gets attracted to Pilar and tries to sleep with her. अरे क्या कर रहे हो? Pilar is your mother, Arcavio. But Pilar knows that he is her son. So she sends Santa Sofia to him in place of her. So Arcavio marries Santa, okay? And both of them have a daughter named Remedios the Beauty. अभी आगे चल के twins भी होंगे, याद कीजिएगा. Two son twins will come to Arcavio and Santa. Later, liberals lose the war and Arcavio is killed. Arcavio is killed, but Santa is pregnant again, and she gives birth to their twin sons. What are the names of these sons? Please yaad rakhiye. Jose Arcavio Sigando and Aureliano Sigando. So Sigando se yaad kijiye. Santa and Santa and इनके बेटे Arcavio and Santa के जो बेटे हैं, twin sons, they are called Jose Arcavio Sigando and Aureliano Sigando. Now let's move ahead. Colonel Aureliano Buendía leaves the army, realizing that it's a useless war. He has 17 sons from different mothers. Can you imagine? Oh, Buendía family. See, he was out fighting the war, mostly out away from his family. So he literally had 17 sons from different mothers. And all these sons, again, are Buendías. They arrived to Macondo to meet him just before he signs a peace treaty, which Colonel calls useless. And after this, he wants to kill himself. But the suicide attempt is failed. He cannot commit suicide. And after that, Colonel Aureliano Buendía deserts himself, keeps himself alone in his workshop, always making fish out of gold. Fish out of gold. Okay, he makes a fish, melts it, makes a fish of gold, melts it. That is what he did. He became insane. Okay. Now remember, Colonel Aureliano Buendía also had a son with Pilar. Remember? And the name of this son was Aureliano Jose. Yes, you should remember. Aureliano Jose gets attracted towards his aunt Amaranta, the aunt who has worn a black bandage of virginity. They sleep naked together, but they do not consummate. They do not make love. Amaranta auntie insists that they should stop. So this Aureliano Jose joins the army and he is soon killed by a conservative soldier. Their family is literally making illegitimate love, raising illegitimate children and dying. Can you see that? In between all this, Jose Arcavio is murdered. Okay, you remember Jose Arcavio? Who is he? The oldest son of Buendía family. He is murdered on his bed, and because of which his widow Rebecca becomes a hermit. They were banished by Ursula. So Rebecca becomes a hermit. Now the twin brothers, that is the sons of late Arcavio and Santa, they sleep with the same woman called Petra Coates. How much will you remember here? So the twin brothers sleep with the same woman, Petra Coates. She and Aureliano Sigando, which means Petra Coates and Aureliano Sigando had many illegitimate children, but Aureliano Sigando marries a woman, marries someone else. Whom? Fernanda del Carpio. Fernanda del Carpio is called as the Queen of Madagascar because she is raised in a very aristocratic manner. Fernanda dislikes her sister-in-law. Who is her sister-in-law? Remedios, the beauty, remember? Remedios, the beauty, is called Queen of Carnival, while Fernanda is called Queen of Madagascar. Okay. Now, Aureliano Sigando and Fernanda, inki shadi hui bhi hai. So they also have two children. What are the names of their children? A daughter, Renata Remedios or Meme, and Jose Arcavio too. Jose Arcavio too. Okay. And out of the 17 illegitimate children of Colonel Aureliano, two stay in Macondo. Who are these two? Aureliano Triste and Aureliano Centeno. Aureliano Triste builds an ice factory their grandfather had dreamed of and also brings the first train to Macondo, whereas Aureliano Centeno invents sharbat. And I thought, aaj ke liye itna hi. Believe me, don't be confused. Listen to the video again. I will try to make a flow chart of this family, of the Buendía family. This is part 1 of 100 Years of Solitude. Soon I'm going to come up with part 2. This is Hina from Team Test. Have a lovely weekend. Take care. Bye.